This is AI.R. Artists in Residence Broadcasting, coming to you once a week from New York City. Hello, John Cullum here and Emily Frankel there.
And who's the boss?
You're the boss, and you're going to tell us what we're going to talk about today.
I'm not really the boss.
Well,
we have a relationship that makes it feel like I'm the boss.
Yeah, well,
but he is the boss of him, and I am the boss of me.
That's right.
I am the boss of me.
We got too many bosses in the family, probably.
Okay.
But we do okay.
The subject today is a playwright.
Oh, okay.
And why is because I'm a playwright.
That's right. You know who my favorite female playwright is?
Who?
I'll give you one guess. You.
Yeah, but I'm not a successful playwright. You've worked with wonderful playwrights that are big successes.
Well, Arthur Miller, William Inge.
Hey, those are pretty good playwrights.
We talked. You remember when we had a talk with Tennessee Williams?
Oh, yes.
But that's
Tennessee liked me.
Yeah, he wanted you as an actress.
He liked me.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'd like John to tell you how he feels about Wendy Wasserstein.
Oh, my goodness.
Because that's a special playwright who didn't live as long as we wish that she had.
Yeah.
Wendy Wasserstein died at age 55.
Was that when she died?
Yeah. And
well, it wasn't long after I met her. It was too short a time. You know, Wendy had written so many plays, and I saw very little of her work.
You saw Heidi Chronicles.
I saw that, and I really realized that she was a great playwright.
That was the one that she got the Pulitzer Prize for.
That's correct. But she wrote many other plays, and I didn't see any of them.
Well, she was writing all her life.
Yes. And then, of course, I got into Old Money. And
that's the play that she wrote that you were in.
That's correct.
Did you play a lead in Old Money?
It was an ensemble work, and I was one of the leads. I
saw it.
Yeah,
but I don't have a strong impression about it.
Well, the biggest impression I made was when I tried to play the cello, and it sounded like awful. And they finally had to pipe in the music for me because I could not learn how to play the cello. But in any case, it was a wonderful experience with a lot of good actors. And when I say actors, I mean female actors as well as male actors. And Wendy was absolutely a charmer.
Was she in rehearsal?
She came to all the rehearsals, and she never did anything. You know, I've directed, and it's very difficult to have a playwright around who wants to make comments.
And when Arthur Miller was around, and he was telling everybody what to do, actors and the director.
Well, Arthur. Well, anyway, I'm working hard with Harvey Fierstein right now in an original play, and Harvey puts in his 2 cents all the time, and Wendy was there for us whenever we needed, or whenever the director needed, but she was such a charmer that everybody fell in love with her. And I thought, oh my gosh.
Did she have a sense of humor?
A wonderful sense of humor, but a wonderful kind of humanity. And she knew so many people. Old Money was the story of our play, but she knew all the rich people in New York. And we would go to these very fine, elegant houses and go in and study the way they lived and the way the houses were built and how their servants were treated. And so she could take us in as a friend of the family.
Wow, that must have helped her raise money for her plays.
She was a very successful playwright because she had a lot of connections and she knew how to use them.
Was she ever married, John?
No, but she did have a child.
She had a child. Oh yes, I remember. I read she had a daughter. She named her daughter Lucy.
Yeah.
And she had a daughter when she was 48 years old. She gave birth to a daughter.
I did see the daughter at one time. She was charming.
What an extraordinary woman.
Yes, she was. And then, of course, a few years later, she died. And it was such a shock to me because you didn't want her to die.
She didn't get a chance to grow up as a playwright and give us the mature playwright.
She would have given us a story about motherhood, I'm sure. And I would love to have been in that or known that play.
Well, Wendy, wherever you are,
yeah, we're thinking about you.
You have a big fan in John Cullum.
That's the truth.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome. And I also am a big fan of Emily's, and she said she's not successful, but she won't even mention the fact that she was playwright in residence at Ann Arbor, and I saw her.
No, I don't want my credits mentioned. We're talking about Wendy Wasserstein.
Okay, well, Wendy wouldn't mind if I snuck in a little credit for you.
Thank you, John Cullum.
Okay, you're welcome, Emily.
And we'll see you when?
Next week. This is AI.R. See you next week.